Okay, hello everybody in Oil Camp. My name is Emily, and I'm so excited to welcome you into these next 2 weeks of Oil Camp with our community here. So hopefully by now you have your essential oils and you're loving them and starting to pull them out of the boxes and using them, but maybe you're looking for more ideas on how to use them and how to incorporate them into your routine and start using them with your children and start making some little do-it-yourself projects. And that is what these next 2 weeks are going to be about. And we're really excited to be presenting you with what we think is going to be some very helpful and useful information for you to really start diving into your oils. So we have a great group of what we call coaches in this oil camp, and I'm excited to introduce them to you all. But before I do that and give them the floor to tell you a little about themselves, I kind of want to talk to you about how I myself came into oils and what they've done for my life. And really, my story is that I started using doTERRA about 4 or 5 years ago now, and didn't use them really fully at first. I would kind of order every once in a while and every now and again, and just started incorporating them into my family's life because we had been using naturopathic medicine and homeopathic medicine for a long time since my babies were born, now 11 years ago. And the funny thing with naturopathic medicine is like you're using the little blue kind of boron bottles and pulsatilla and, oh my gosh, belladonna, and there are so many. And I would always wonder if they were really doing anything, if they were ever working. My daughter had chronic ear infections as a small child, and we ended up at the doctor's office over and over and over and over again until she resulted in hearing loss and had to have her adenoids removed and tubes put in her ears. And we didn't find that out until she was in kindergarten that she had hearing loss. So looking back, if I could change anything, it would be to have essential oils in my home earlier to support my children when they were smaller. I know so many mamas now who are doing this and using On Guard with their babies and Digestion and Wild Orange in different ways to help support their children naturally and without ending up at the drugstore when people in their home get sick. And so that's kind of my story. Once I started using doTERRA, and my family's gateway oil was Breathe, and we used it on my daughter because she had so much trouble breathing at night, and we applied it to her chest and her back and the bottoms of her feet, and it worked. And we were like, we could hear the difference in her breathing that night of, oh my gosh, she's breathing clearly. She's actually not snoring and kind of grasping for breath. It was like, wow, these really work. They're still natural. They're still plants. And I'm going to say goodbye to all the naturopathic and homeopathic medicine and dive right into these oils. And I'm so grateful that I've had them in our lives. They're what we use for pretty much everything in our home at this point. And I'm excited to be part of teaching you guys how to do the same. So enough about me. I am really excited to get to introduce Mary Bartut Jacobson to you. She is a good friend of mine. I love her so much. And I'm so grateful to get to work with her in our oil community. And she is a wealth of knowledge, the biggest heart you'll ever meet, and a beautiful smile as well. She's smiling, so I'm just going to unmute her and throw it off to her. Here you go, Mary.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. So Emily was the one who introduced me to essential oils. And I had grown up using tea tree oil, which always smelled disgusting. And I really wasn't sure that it was all that effective anyway. In my house, we were very much, we used both natural medicine and Western medicine. So essential oils weren't really a new concept to me, but I really had an association with them as being mostly aromatic. So the more I have gotten to dive in and find out all the amazing ways that you can use oils, I just I continue to be amazed. One of my favorite parts about using oils and about growing my knowledge base around oils is really, okay, every single one of us is a human with a body and emotions, right? So every single one of us has a use for oils in our lives, and every single one of us can have our lives enhanced by using oils. So I kind of can't not talk about them, which makes me really happy to be part of this oil camp experience, because as many of you know, if you get me started, I could just go about lots of different oils. So really, I have loved using these oils with my family, and I have loved being able to bring them to my friends and acquaintances and really watch and get to hear all of the stories of real legitimate changes that have occurred for people from using these oils. So here we are, and I'm super excited. So I want to introduce Andrea. Andrea is also a wealth of knowledge, and she is a friend who I have gotten to know exclusively through doTERRA, and I love that. Our paths would not have crossed otherwise, and I'm so glad they did.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
So Emily was the one that actually introduced me to doTERRA as well. I had just recently started using some different oils, didn't really know what to do with them, and I went to one of Emily's classes and found out really what all the oils could do. Once I got the doTERRA oils in, I didn't want to go back to the other ones because I didn't trust what was in them. They didn't really work. My experience with medicine and everything was when I had kids, I started being very aware of what I was putting on and in my body when I got pregnant. So I kind of stopped using everything. So if I would get a headache, I wouldn't take Tylenol. I would just kind of suffer through it. And so I didn't have a solution for anything. And so being pregnant and then having kids, I didn't want to take them I took them to the doctor, but there wasn't much that I would be okay with giving them. So for me, the oils really gave me a solution and tools to use for them. So now if they get earaches or tummy aches, I can easily just grab my oils and use those on them because they work and they're safe for them. I'm not worried about horrible side effects from different things. And I was very aware of trying to get rid of the toxins in my home due to some health issues. And so now I've basically replaced everything in my home and more because I had cut out a bunch of like cleaning things and didn't even have alternatives for them at the time. So now I use oils for everything, for cleaning, for cooking, for facial stuff, instead of things like Tylenol. So I'm just super grateful to have these tools in my home that are natural and can actually take care of more than I could have ever imagined. So that's my story. So next I'd like to introduce Tara Chapman. She has become an amazing friend as well.
Hi, thank you, Andrea. So I am so excited for this oil camp, you guys. This is something that I am really excited to have available to all of our customers and our team. And I'm just really excited to share a little bit about how I got introduced to the oils. I had actually received the oils, little sample drams from somebody else in Colorado, and didn't really get a whole lot of information about how to use them, which I think oftentimes happens. We get shared with, and there's really no education or follow-up that comes along with that. And so I didn't know for a long time what to do with them. I knew they smelled really good. I knew that the little drams were super, super cute, and I wanted to know how to use them. And then I reached out to Emily. Emily started inviting me to a couple classes, and I said, oh, hey, by the way, I have these tiny little drams and I don't know what to do with them. And I think I got like a 3-page email back from her about all the ways that I could use these oils. And the oil that we started using almost immediately was lavender. And still to this day, lavender is my 11-year-old's hands down favorite oil. He uses it for everything. We use it all the time. And since then, I've really found this beautiful balance between Western and Eastern medicine in our home. We definitely know that there's a time and a place for our very advanced medicine here in the United States, but also that needs to have its time and place and not necessarily be an everyday usage situation. So we have replaced a lot of the items in our home, from everyday healthcare, everyday skincare, allergy support, discomforts with, digestive systems, but also know that when it's time to, bring out the big guns, we can still reach out to our local pediatrician and get some support that way. So these have been life-changing in our home. We are definitely a far more healthy family. There's 4 of us, me and 3 boys, and we all stay much more healthy now than we did prior to using these. So we're super, super thankful for the health and longevity that they're bringing to our family. And also now that I get to share that with the people that I love and care about too, is really exciting and definitely a big reason why I'm a part of all of this. So I can't wait to see and know all of you during this oil camp. And I'm going to kick us back over to Emily to wrap us up. And thank you all so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, so I think you guys can clearly see how amazing and lovely and beautiful these ladies are that we have helping guide our oil camp for the next 14 days. And yeah, we are just really excited to connect with you. We think some of you are going to connect with each other, build some new relationships and friendships, and really just dig into these precious little bottles of plants that you purchased. So we hope you find a lot of value here. We're going to be posting shortly with an orientation video that's going to give you everything you need to know about how to go along in the next 2 weeks, and there will be lots more information to come. So we will see you guys on the Facebook page.